Hey everybody, welcome to the Wellness Lounge. My name is Jeanette Schaub. I'm a life coach and owner of Health and Wellness by Design. And the Wellness Lounge is where I talk to fearless women about their passions, their business, and making a difference in the world. Today's Woman in the Lounge spotlight is my friend Jacinda Haynes. I had the pleasure of meeting Jacinda almost a year ago, and I'm so excited to talk about her upcoming event in New Orleans in 2020. New you, new year, new you in 2020, but would love to share a little bit about Jacinda before we go into your events. Jacinda Haynes is an entrepreneur, health and wellness coach, and motivational speaker. She's the owner of Studio She, formerly Detour Fitness Studios, and is also a fitness figure competitor, personal trainer, coach, and executive producer of the web series Stripped Down Naked, which I absolutely love that name, by the way. During success, Jacinda was challenged with balancing being a single mom and maintaining a healthy, emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being for herself and her new baby boy and thriving business. Facing and overcoming these challenges inspired her passion to help women in a deeper capacity rather than just physical exercise. As a wellness coach, she also helps women of all ages, from teens struggling with self-image and self-esteem to women struggling with weight loss, lack of energy and confidence, offering one-on-one and group coaching, reboot and weight loss cleanses, as well as her signature pole empowerment parties and retreats, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. As a motivational speaker and coach, she empowers women and holds them to the highest version of all areas of life: health, relationships, self, spirituality, finance, and business. Living by her motto, how we do one thing is how we do everything. Yes. Jacinda, welcome.
Hi!
Excited that you're here, but before we dive into your New Year, New You retreat in 2020, tell me about that moment when you knew you wanted to help women in a deeper capacity while you were overcoming your own personal challenges.
Yes, so it's New Orleans, New Year, New You. That's the name of the retreat. And the moment that happened, when I knew that I wanted to work with women in a deeper capacity, I ran and owned a fitness studio for women for 10 years. And I knew that women needed something more, and there was a deeper place that I could go. So they needed more, and I knew I could go deeper, but I did not know how. I had finally hit, I guess you would call rock bottom, dealing with my own struggles, trying to run a very successful business after becoming a single mom, and just life happening. So I don't need to explain all of that. Now I'm happily married. But when I hit that low, that's when I knew, man, oh my God, like it's deeper than squats and lunges and swinging around a pole. And I really knew that, and God, I just kept, every time I'd see a client, every time I'd do a class, I was kind of like in a spiritual space. Like, I just want to say something to you, but I just don't know how. So I sought out health coaching, and it was the answer for me. It showed me how to help women and my own self unpack this stuff that we're going through. And now I'm able to bridge that gap between physical well-being and mental and emotional well-being for women. But it happened when I hit my low, and I knew that just going through the motions physically was not the thing that was going to get me out. I knew that antidepressants or anxiety pill or what, it wasn't it. You know,
Right.
There was a deeper place that women needed. And I learned that through health coaching, and then the power of God, my ministry to women. So I put those two together, and it's a wonderful thing. So that's when it happened. When I hit my low, I feel like I could serve women better. So
yeah,
that's what it means.
Well, what inspired your idea?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. What inspired your idea for the New Orleans New Year retreat?
Oh, so many things. So I live in the South. I live 2 hours away from New Orleans, and New Orleans, like, we travel to New Orleans. People from Mobile, like, it's just a everyday thing for us. But for some reason, I never really got into it until I was older. I spent most of my time in Los Angeles, my adult years. And then before that, my parents wouldn't let me go to New Orleans since I was a teenager. So I never really did New Orleans, and I was 2 hours away from it. So later on in life, in the last 2 or 3 years, New Orleans began to mean something to me, and it's awesome. So the first, I don't know what, but what happened was 2 years ago, God put on my heart, New Orleans New Year, New You retreat. That was 2 years ago. But I was like, how am I going to do this? I don't have a place. I don't know how to do it. It was just a concept that I knew, like, I'm going to do this. So I tucked it away. And then New Orleans began to have meaning to me. So the first thing about New Orleans is that me and my husband, it's where we had our first date. It was the most romantic date I've ever had in my life. It was
That's
a scene
amazing.
out of
That's
La La
awesome.
Land. Like, it was like a weekend of wonderful, beautiful, wonderful, awesome dating. And so it was awesome. It's where we fell in love over a weekend in New Orleans. And it was surreal and beautiful and spiritual. Second thing is, New Orleans reminds me of newness. New Orleans just went through rebuilding with Katrina.
Yeah.
So, and that's what, that's what I had to do, rebuild. That's what women were faced with today, rebuilding, and so that's another metaphor, if you want to call it, or example of why I chose New Orleans. The other example is because
I think we have a little technical freeze.
Uh-oh, we're freezing. Uh-oh. Stand by, everybody. Stand by. Hang on. It's saying that my internet connection is unstable, but we are not going to claim that. We are not unstable. We are coming back. Hang tight, guys, because I really want you guys to know why I chose New Orleans. There's some other reasons. Come on, bring it back. Bring it back. I'm going to continue to answer Jeanette's question, and I believe that. Hey. Oh my goodness, are we in the same meeting?
I think so, but do we need to start over?
I don't think so. I think that for some reason it's still recording, and I want to say that it will just maybe come back up, and if not, we can edit it. What do you think? I think
up to you. You might see me like fixing my hair and stuff because I was alone because you dropped out.
They have something to laugh about. Hey guys,
stuff happens.
Technology is not perfect.
Okay.
Huh?
So we are back.
Yes.
And you were talking about your idea and how important and special New Orleans is for you.
Yes.
And
yes.
All right. And you were talking about that magical moment.
Yeah. So my husband and I, and then the other reason that I chose New Orleans New Year New You is because I'm trying out for the New Orleans Saints. And this is something that is, this is, oh my God. It's something, give me a word, epic for me.
Epic's a great word.
Okay, thank you. This is something I'm doing for me to move past my fears. And it's about the process of being new. It's about the process of trying something that has me stepping out of my comfort zone, being the exception to the rule, being part of a process that holds me to higher standards. And this is what I want to do for women. I want women to come to the New Orleans New Year, New You retreat and push themselves out of their comfort zone. And I want to be the example.
That's amazing. By the way, congratulations on taking that. That's so huge, like trying out for the Saints. I can't even imagine,
Yes.
And so what an inspiration to women that are like needing to believe that they can do something that epic. That's really huge. You mentioned earlier the Christian spiritual perspective. How does that show up in your coaching?
Oh, yes. That great question. Thanks for asking. So coaching to me is a wonderful way that I've learned through my studies with the Health Coach Institute. Big ups to Health Coach Institute. Where it teaches me to unpack limiting beliefs. That's the simplest way I can say that without us talking all day. Okay, it teaches me how to do it for myself and for my clients. Okay, and the next step that is powerful in that is that it allows me to hold you to what's called empowered action. And that's a lot, that's what's missing in a lot of self-help and advice. So that's a very, would you agree that's a good way to kind of explain that?
Okay. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So we unpack limiting beliefs, hold you to a higher standard to step out of it. Okay. Psychology, I've seen a therapist, and therapists allow you to look at it, figure it out, see what it is, right?
Yeah.
But you really don't move into any kind of empowered action. You just kind of, this is what it is, this is why, this has been happening. Yeah. Christianity and the Word of God allows me to gives people the power to heal it. And what I mean by that, man, please don't let me get on a tangent. If I get on a tangent, bring me back, Jeanette. What I mean by that, we can go through the motions and do all types of practices and all types of exercises to kind of keep us in a place of moving forward, right? But oftentimes we find ourselves right back to another self-help book, right back to another convention, right back to another, I don't know, meme, right back to another masterclass. I don't know. But Christ's love, how he allows us to heal through this. He has one command, and that is to love your neighbor, love people, bring everything back to love. That heals everything, period. So my health coaching allows me to unpack what's been going on with you, to allow the space to love yourself, to allow the space for you to love someone else. And that is the ultimate healing. It's just really simple. I'm going to go ahead and take it a step further. A lot of people look at Christianity and they turn their heads, and I know why, because I used to be one of them, because there's so much, there's a lot of stuff that has been added to it that it's not. It's just really simple. It's a love story. It's a commandment of love, period. That's it. It just brings you back to love. Do unto others as you would have them. What is it? I can't even say it right. As you have them do unto you. The golden rule. And that's what Christianity is about, the golden rule, and that's it. So with that being said, health coaching allows me to help you unpack. Life coaching allows me to help you unpack, to allow the space for you to receive love and give love.
I love that.
That's it.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
Beautifully said. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that perspective. And I think that's really important. And I agree with you. A lot of people kind of shy away from it because make it more complicated than it needs to be. How has Christianity and fear or empowerment played a part in your own life?
Oh my God. I'm a student of my own work. When I went through my low, I completely I grew up in the church. Okay. My dad's a minister, and, in life, I've gone back and forth with the church, have been hurt kind of by the church, and kind of didn't understand it because it was the church and not spirituality. But let me bring it back to the question that you asked me. It's played a part in my life because when I hit my low, I went into self-help. I went into wonderful books, all these books behind me, half of them is what brought me out of where I was.
That's a short stack.
Oh God, that's a good one. Those are all. And they brought me to places of understanding. Even my own coaching process, going through the process as a health coach, as a life coach, helped me get to a higher place of understanding. But that's all I did was get to a place of understanding. And I'm always wanting to go higher. I want to just be at peace. And so once I gave my life to Christ and once I began to let him have it and surrender it all to him, that's when the real healing took place. And all I can do is just say that because of my experience. And that's what the Christian experience is all about. It is an experience. You have to have that experience to understand that. And so that's just where I received the healing. So I can't let it go. I have to tell other people about it. I do believe that what I love about the fact that I have been blessed with this life and health coaching avenue is it makes it more practical. Instead of just having the word and scriptures, I actually have tools that I can use to make it practical for people in their everyday lives. So that's kind of how it helped me with what I was learning in the power of God. I put them together and I have my lows, of course. Jeanette, we're friends. You've seen them. But I don't go as low as I used to. I do not. I definitely have a spiritual help. I know that there is I know that I have a spiritual help. I know that I have a joy that does not have to go away, that I don't have to wax and wane through. And I just, I receive it through loving others. When I'm hurt, I just love someone else. I try to. So I hope I answered that question.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
how it's played.
Absolutely.
It's empowered me that way. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful, by the way. And so you've also talked about fear, spirituality and empowerment and fear in women. And what wisdom would you share with somebody that struggles with fear, women that struggle with fear? Because that is a very, real thing.
Yeah, I had that. I was jotting down some stuff about that. What I would say to women who are struggling with fear. Meditate. Okay. Pray. I have, give me a second. I have notes on that. I really want to be specific with that. Give me 1 second here. Hang on.
No worries.
If not,
I think it's really important because even, I don't think some women, when we're going through it, don't realize that we're not alone, that even really successful women that are doing their thing struggle with fear, it's so real every day.
And I had some specific points and you helped me kind of jog through them. That was one of them. Get around confident women. Be around confident women.
Yeah, I love that.
Get quiet. Find things to be grateful for. I had a list. Thanks for helping me jog.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah. Find things to be grateful for. That's a big one. Get quiet. Yeah. Speak awesomeness about yourself. Yeah. Speak awesomeness about yourself. Brag on yourself in the mirror. Because it's not about, fear is not we think fear is like, ooh, it's something that we're running from, a big bad wolf, but there's fears of losing weight, for God's sake. Some people are afraid to lose weight because they've identified with their body, with how it is now, and they don't know, they can't identify with who that person is that would have a different body. A smaller body. So fear, it shows itself in so many areas, So it's not all about running from a bear or running from a dog or whatever. There's so many different fears. And so just speaking positive about ourselves and learning to be okay with being okay.
Yes.
That's the advice that I would give someone who's just alone in it, who doesn't have a mastermind group or accountability group or a church or a book. That's what I recommend. Those are the things that helped me when I didn't have the help and the support that I had. Just speaking positive about myself. But gratefulness, that's the biggest one. Just being grateful just takes you to another level of space, right? And so that would be my initial advice for them. But to take it further, I say come to this retreat, the New Orleans New Year retreat. If you don't come to this retreat, find a coach that can help you. Find a coach that can help you. Find a group on social media. And again, meditate, get quiet, get out of your head.
I want to just highlight what you just said about finding a group. You know, I struggled forever to find the right networking group. And the minute I did, like everything just clicked and you know you're in the right place, and like finding people that you really connect with, as long as it takes, it might take a while to find the right group, but once you do, it's so worth it. Going to retreats, you know, and you might have already answered this question in the previous answer, but knowing what you know now, if you could go back in time, you know, to your younger self before you felt empowered, is that the same advice you would give? Kind of what you just shared about, you know, what you would tell women to overcome fear?
Oh my gosh,
yes. You would tell yourself.
Yes, you know, I was thinking about that this morning, honestly. I was thinking about some situations that I was in earlier in life, and if I'd known then what I'd known now, how different it would be. Yes, I would tell that is the same advice that I wish that I would have known who I was then. And knowing who I am means knowing, oh my God, knowing, just let me have this. Let me have this moment to say this, right? Because this is really important. Knowing who I am, confidence, knowing that whatever someone says to me is just their thoughts and not mine. And knowing what I'm good at, knowing how to follow my joy, right?
Yes.
Knowing what my standards are for my life, knowing that how to get quiet, right? Really quiet, you know. That's the advice. I would give the same advice to my younger self. I wish I had it, but you know what? Life happens through us, right? And for us. And I think the things that we go through are for moments like this, you know, moments for this interview right here to be able to say, hey, man, I went through this and I got through it and I'm continuing to get through it. And I want to show you how to, because I want you get out of that place that you're in, because you deserve so much more. You are so amazing. You are handpicked. You are unique. You have a purpose on this earth. And I want you to step into it and feel how awesome it feels to be in it and live out loud. And so, yes, that's, I hope I answered your question.
It puts us in position, right?
What's that?
To be in the right place. And I think we froze
again.
We're gonna let that sit for a minute and just take that in. It's so
I'll keep smiling. Hi guys, can you guys hear Jeanette?
Permission to help other women. And so, hey, Jacinda,
all right.
I've been just elaborating and talking about what you were just sharing with us about your journey and how going back in time, we all wish that we knew what we knew, now then, but it just puts us in position and it makes our journey so unique. And so powerful to share that with other women today. So I'm going to throw a few words out at you. Okay. Unless you had something you wanted to add to what you were saying.
No.
Continued on for you. But I thank you. I mean, it is, I love that. And it's a beautiful story that you've shared about your own journey, but I just love where it's placed you and empowered you now to make such an impact on the lives of other women. So I'm going to say a few words to you and just want you to, what comes to mind when you just hear those words. Fearless.
Confident.
I love that.
Powerful. Dancing out loud.
Love that. Empowerment.
Steadfast. Unmovable. A light.
Love that. Spirituality.
Peace. Calm. Connection. Knowing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so speaking of connection, what do you think is the most powerful part of getting women together in a retreat, coming together for the purpose of connecting versus, just individual coaching, which is also very valuable, but very different than that retreat group setting? What is, what's powerful about that?
Oh man, I've got so much coming to my head right now. Let me say
so many things are powerful, but what's the most powerful thing about that to you?
The most powerful thing about this is that we win in numbers. We win in numbers. And
I love that.
Yeah, first of all, the retreat is going to be very small. It's only going to be 6 to 8 women there, and it's filling up, ladies. I did this because I wanted to dive deep. You deserve the time for someone to do a deep dive within you. You deserve to hear from other women who are going to be in close quarters with you to tell you how awesome and brilliant that you are. You deserve to, we don't often get that space for that. It is a gift because life is so all over the place and scattered. We don't have that concentrated spot. You understand?
Yeah.
That we could just place all of our wants, desires, emotions, struggles in and just bond together. The next best thing about this, I'm really putting myself out there, but this is because I want to do this. I'm going to support all of the women that come to this for a whole year. It is completely the value in this. I can't put a price on it, but because I want to see, because you're coming to this retreat with me, I want to see how your life changes exponentially. So I want to help you through that. I am in a mastermind group, and it has been one of the most amazing things that have happened to me. I don't know where I would be if I hadn't been a part of this group for this year. So I want you to experience that. It is powerful. It is deeper than your best friend, your sister. I want you to be in close quarters with women who love you, who have talents and ideas to add to you, who can tell you that you're okay. You have a space to say, oh my God, I'm not okay. You have a space to say, oh my God, I'm awesome. We don't get that. And so outside of when we leave New Orleans, that's what you're going to get. But just being at a retreat and doing this deep work where it's a bubble where we can't get away from it. It's all here, Right. And you're going to be able to sit and resonate with this for hours, okay? Just really look within yourself and really feel it in your body, what's been going on and what you don't want and what you want to keep and the best part of you. There's so much that we're going to be doing to take a look at that. And it's not like oh my God, I got to look in the mirror, this horrible thing. No, we're going to be looking at the awesomeness inside of you. We're not going to be, this is bad, it's got to go. It's not about what's bad, it's about what's awesome. And we don't get to do that. We don't. So that's what's going to be awesome about the hours the intense, awesome hours that we're spending together at this retreat. You're going to meet some best friends and people that you'll be sisters for life. Trust me. And I will be your sister for life. So that's what you're going to get by coming to this retreat. That's the difference between one-on-one. I just honestly, I'm just going to say this. I'd rather do group coaching. I got into this to coach groups. I actually not a fan of one-on-one, just personally. That's just my personality. Yeah. One-on-one coaching is awesome. I get one-on-one coaching.
Right.
But as a coach, I like groups. It could be because, you know what, it's probably because like for so long, I've done like fitness classes and there's like 20 and 30 people in
Right.
So it might be.
It's so different.
That.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, and just what you said when you started talking about that, it's the power in numbers and just so many women getting together and realizing that we crave connection. Women just love being in a group of like women who you don't feel alone, you know, are going through the same stuff. It's a safe space. Your enthusiasm, by the way, is contagious, which is just, I love that about you. So without divulging too much, like what can you tell us, like what can women expect from coming to this retreat without like sharing too much?
I have the itinerary.
They want to be surprised.
Oh my God. So, what's that?
That's a lot of stuff. I love it.
It is. That's why I did it really quick. Like you can't.
Is there one like, you know, like teaser thing that you can let women know, like, hey, they're going to get this. They want to come. They have to come. They're just going to want to.
So, oh my gosh. Okay. So the way it's going to be set up is that we're going to deep dive during the day. Another reason that I chose New Orleans, the thing went out, was because the energy around New Orleans is so all over the place in a positive way. You know, there's so many distractions that I want to show you. It's kind of like a metaphor of you can be mindful in a very distracted world. Okay, so that was the other reason. Yeah. So in saying that, we're going to be very, very inward, all inner game in the daytime and complete outer game at night.
Well, you have to. It's New Orleans,
right? So, and that's the motto of the retreat is less fear, more fun. Right?
I love that.
We're gonna have fun at night. I've got some things lined up. We have this awesome. We're gonna have 2 parties. How about that? 2 parties. Okay. And look, my mom's gonna cook some gumbo for you.
What?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and that's actually going to be part of. There's something that I what I want to teach women. The first thing we have to do to uncover this stuff is slow down. And we think it's just meditating and slowing down, but it's in it's in who we're being. It's in how we're eating. So the first thing we're going to do is when we get there, we're going to have what's called a mindful and sensual eating class. So we're going to meet each other.
Ooh,
we're going to sensually
I got to write that down. Mindful, sensual eating.
Yeah. So we're going to be sensually eating gumbo. We're going to taste the gumbo. We're going to do a 20-minute meal. And we're going to get to know each other. So that's all part of the practice. This retreat is very interactive. This is not about a bunch of information and handouts. This is about being inserted into the transformation, feeling it now, and being able to implement this in your everyday life. So we're going to eat some gumbo. We're going to have a pole empowerment party, honey. Yes, we are. Those limiting beliefs that we uncover while we're there, we're going to strip them away on the pole. We are.
And I want to interject a question just in case people are wondering, like, this is for all ages, right?
Yes, all ages.
And
Oh my God.
you know, so when you said pole empowerment, like, you know, I'm sure some women might think, well, I can't, but yes, you can. Like, I've seen Jacinda in action, like, yes, if you're going to go to a pole empowerment party, like, this is where you want to do it.
Absolutely.
In New Orleans with you, you know.
Yes, thank you. And ladies, it's nothing taboo. It's really fun. We're not going to be doing any kind of acrobatics on the pole. It's just,
I'm getting visuals now. I'm getting lots of visuals.
I have reframed the pole. Let me just say this really quick.
Yes. That's the best phrase ever, that you've reframed the pole.
I love it, right?
I love
it's a pole
love
that. Reframe.
That's so
what
classic.
That means that it's about, just getting on the pole and twerking was not enough for me. I wanted to take women deeper. And so God put it on my heart, let's empower women with this silver stick, this metal stick. And so basically, so we can have fun, right? And so the limiting beliefs that we uncover, the fears that we uncover, we're going to strip them away and have fun on the pole. It's just all in fun. It's a way to laugh it off and just have a good time. And so we're gonna end it with that. Maybe that was too much. It should have been a surprise, but I'm trying to.
That's okay. I mean, I could tell that's just a snippet of what you had on that list, and definitely enough to get people interested and excited. And I can't say it enough. Like, your enthusiasm and passion is infectious. Your authenticity, and just, you can tell it comes from a really deep place of really wanting to make a difference in the lives of other women. And so I know it's going to be a huge success.
Thank you.
And I want to go into the dates for that. But before that, I want to know, like, what's one fun fact you can share about yourself that people might not even know about you, that you didn't share already?
I'm a singer.
You're a singer.
Yes. I am a singer, and I love singing. And I am.
Will there be singing at the retreat?
There will not be singing at the retreat.
What?
Maybe at the next one. In fact, I want to incorporate that into my coaching at one point, at some point.
Yeah.
Hey, and maybe if you guys, you never know.
You never know. You never know what can happen in New Orleans. Is it like what happens there stays there kind of thing?
That's right.
There might be singing at the retreat. You might need to, now that we've talked about it, people might now be expecting some singing at the retreat. So what are the dates, and how do people register for this event?
The dates are January 2nd through the 5th. And I chose those dates because, what's the word? Purposely, because it's right after it's the day after. It was a bold action that I took. I was like, people are not going to be able to take off, and they're not going to want to do that. But I was like, you know what? I want to make a statement. We're not going to let not one day go by during the year. So second day of the year, we're going to start the changes in our lives. So
I love it.
January 2nd through the 5th. That is a Thursday night. We will check in at 4 p.m. at the Wyndham. The La Belle Maison. The Wyndham La Belle Maison. It's at the corner of Magazine and Gratier. So it's right there, honeys.
Okay.
Right there.
And the website, is there, where can they find you to sign up?
Yeah, it's studiosheis.com/retreats.
Love it.
www.studiosheis.com/retreat. Or you can just go to studiosheis.com and it'll pop up there.
It'll pop up. Okay.
Yeah, studiosheis.com.
And they can also find you. They can also find you on Facebook.
Yep, on Facebook. I don't do a Facebook business page anymore, but you can find me on Facebook.
Just they can find you, right? Yep. And they can always hit you up on there if they forget how, or they're trying to find out.
It's fine. We just send a Haynes. Sorry, guys. I stopped doing like crazy business stuff when I closed Detour.
That's okay.
Whatever. But just send to Haynes.com. I mean, just send to Haynes. Facebook, just send to Haynes. And you can also just, you can put in JacindaHaynes.com and it points you to the site as well. So JacindaHaynes.com takes you straight to the Studio She Is page, which takes you straight to the retreat. So yeah,
Nice.
there's different options. Let me say there's different options. If you don't want to stay at the resort, you could just do a drop in. So that it's a nominal, it's a fraction of the price. You want to get your own hotel, you can get an Airbnb. And you just wanted to drop in for the day just for the work. And it excludes some of the amenities of the VIP retreaters, but you'll still get the deep dives and have fun. So yeah.
Well, and I have to say, I had a sneak peek of the hotel, and it's beautiful. It's like, it looks like it's going to be just an amazing, amazing event.
Thank you.
Jacinda, thank you for sharing your story, for sharing your time, for being so open, and going deep on, what got you here and your journey. I know this retreat's going to be amazing, and I'm sorry, I'm going to miss it myself, but I'm going to hopefully go to the next one.
Yes.
I wish you the best in 2020. I know it's going to be a fantastic year for you. So again, New Orleans, New Year, New You retreat.
Yes.
January 2nd through the 5th. And you can find Jacinda on Facebook. You can go to the website, studiosheis.com.
Yes.
/retreat. Multiple ways to get in touch with her. I really recommend, if I was going to do a retreat this year, that I'd be doing it with you. So, or next year, the first of next year. And I love the timing. I think that's brilliant. So anything else you want to share before we say goodbye to our Wellness Lounge audience?
Yes, I just want to thank you for having me on today. Thank you so much for the awesome interview. And I love the Wellness Lounge.
Thank you. Thank you. It's not looking so loungy. I still envision like this blue velvet sofa. So we're working towards that. So thank you for being in the lounge today. It was fun. It was really fun. And I wish you all the best and know it's going to be a huge success.
Thank you.
So ladies, sign up for the retreat.
Yes, please do.
You need to do this.
Yes, and if you have questions, guys, I'm old school. You can call me 251-471-9600. That's the business line. 251-471-9600. Just give me a call and we'll get you signed up and answer any questions that you may have about
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Jacinda.
Thanks, Jeanette.
All right. Have a great rest of the day.
Ciao. Bye-bye.
Bye.